I'll take this now, boys.
No need for anybody to take it, Captain. He was dead when we picked him up.
Danny Sears was dead when we picked him up, but we brought him back. I'll go on a while.
Work, trying to put life in the dead.
Where'd you find him, Joe?
In front of this house, not 40 feet out.
What'd you bring him up here for?
Force of habit, I guess. We brought so many of them back up here. And then it was kind of unfriendly down where he was, the wind spitting the sea onto you till he'd have no way of knowing he was ashore.
Lucky I was not sooner or later as I walked by from my watch.
You have accommodating ways, Tony, no sooner or later. I wouldn't say it of many Portuguese, but the sea is friendly as a kitten alongside the women that live here. Ali Mayo, they are both crazy, had that door open, sweeping out. When we come along, she backs off and stands looking at us. Looking. Lord, I just wanted to get him somewhere else. So I kicked this door open with my foot and got him away. If he did have any notion of coming back to life, he wouldn't have come if he'd seen her. I wouldn't.
You know who he is, Joe?
I never saw him before.
Mitchell telephoned from High Head that a dory came ashore there.
Last night wasn't the best night for a dory. Not that I couldn't have stayed in one. Some men can stay in a dory and some can't. That boy's dead, Captain.
Then I'm not doing him any harm.
This is the first time you ever been in this place, ain't it, Tony?
I never was here before.
Well, I was here before, and the old man, he lived here for 27 years. Lord, the things that happened here. There have been dead ones carried through that door. Lord, the ones I've carried. I carried in Bill Collins and Lou Harvey, and it's all over now. You ain't seen no wrecks. Don't ever think you have. I was here the night that Jenny Snow was out there. There was a wreck. We got the boat that stood here down that bank. Lord, how'd we ever do it? The sand has put his place on the blink, all right. And then when it gets too God-forsaken for a life-saving station, a lady takes it for a summer residence and then spends the winter. She's a cheerful one.
A woman, she makes things pretty. There's not like a place where a woman lives. On the floor, there is nothing. On the walls, there is nothing. Things do not end on other things.
No, things do not hang on other things. In my opinion, the woman's crazy, sitting over there on the sand. What's she looking at? There ain't nothing to see. And I know the woman that works for her is crazy, Ali Mayo. She's a Provincetown girl. She was all right once, but now...
You have no right here. This isn't a life-saving station anymore just because it used to be. I don't see why you should think. This is my house. I want my house to myself.
Well, I must say, lady, I would think that any house could be a life-saving station when the sea had sent a man to it.
I don't want him here. I must have my house to myself.
You'll get your house to yourself when I made up my mind. There's no more life in this man. A good many lives have been saved in this house, Mrs. Patrick. I believe that's your name. And if there's any chance of bringing one more back from the dead, the fact that you own this house ain't going to make a damn bit of difference to me.
I must have my house to myself.
You was such a woman.
I don't want them here.
Well, I couldn't say, Ali Mayo, that you work for any too kind-hearted a lady. What's the matter with the woman? Does she want folks to die? Appears to break her all up to see somebody trying to save a life. What do you work for such a fish for? A crazy fish, that's what I call the woman. I've seen her day after day sitting over there where the dunes meet the woods, just sitting there looking. I believe she likes to see the sand slipping down on the woods. Pleases her to see something getting buried, I guess. Some coffee would taste good, but coffee in this house? Oh no, it might make somebody feel better. Want me now, Captain?
No.
Oh, that boy's dead, Captain.
Danny Sears was dead too when we picked him up. Shut that door. I don't want to hear that woman's voice again, ever.
They're a cheerful pair of women living in this cheerful place, a place that lifesavers had to turn over to the sand. This Patrick woman used to be all right. She and her husband were summer folks over in town. They used to picnic over here on the outside. It was Joe Dyer. He was always talking to summer folks. Told them the government was going to build a new station and sell this one by sealed bids. I heard him talking about it. They was sitting right down there on the beach eating their supper. They was going to put in a fireplace and they was going to paint it bright colors and have parties over here. Summer folk notions. Their bid won it. Who'd want it? A buried house you couldn't move.
I seen all colors but colors.
Don't ya? How astonishing. You must be colorblind. And I guess we're the first party. I was in Bill Joseph's grocery store one day last November when in she comes, Mrs. Patrick from New York. I've come to take the old life-saving station, says she. I'm going to sleep over there tonight. Bill is used to queer ways. He deals with summer folks, but that got him. November, an empty house, a buried house, you might say, off here on the outside shore, way across the sand from man or beast. He got it out of her, not by what she said, but by the way she looked at what he said, that her husband had died and she was running off to hide herself, I guess. A person would feel sorry for her if she weren't so standoffish and so doggone mean. But mean folks have got minds of their own. She slept here that night. Bill had men hauling things till after dark, bed, stove, coal, and then she wanted somebody to work for her. Somebody, says she, that doesn't say an unnecessary word. Well, then Bill come to the back of the store. I said, looks to me as if Allie Mayo was the party she's looking for. Allie Mayo's got a prejudice against words. Or maybe she likes them so well she's saving of them. She's not spoken unnecessary word for 20 years. She's got her reasons. Women whose men go to sea ain't always talkative.
Wonder who he was.
Young. Guess he's not been much at sea.
I hate to leave even the dead in this house, but we can get right back for him. The old place used to be more friendly. Well, Joe, we brought a good many of them back here.
Danny Sears is tending bar in Boston now.
They've gone? And they're leaving him? Then he's, they have no right. Just because it used to be their place. I want my house to myself.
Wait! I can say that, I can say more. That Jason, that boy, uncovered something. For 20 years I did what you are doing, and I can tell you, it's not the way. We had been married for 2 years. Married 2 years. He had a chance to go north on a whaler. Times hard, had to go. Year and a half it was to be. A year and a half. Married 2 years. Day he went away, days after he was gone. I heard it first. Last letter said, farther north, not another chance to write till on the way home. 6 months. Another. I did not hear. Nobody ever heard. I used to talk as much as any girl in Provincetown. Jim used to tease me about my talking. But then they'd come in and talk to me, say, you'll hear yet. They'd talk about what must have happened. And then one day, a woman who'd been a friend of mine all my life said, suppose he was to walk in. I got up and drove her from my kitchen. And I've not said an unnecessary word from that time to this. The ice that caught Jim caught me. It's not the way. You're not the only woman in the world whose husband is dead.
My husband's not dead.
He's not. Oh. Wait.
Wait. Don't you think you've said enough? They told me you didn't say an unnecessary word.
I don't.
And you can see, I should think, that you bungled into things you know nothing about.
Man, you've been still for 20 years. You know things you didn't know you knew. I know why you're doing that. Don't bury the only thing that'll grow. Let it grow. I know where you're going. What you'll try to do over there. Bury it. The life in you. Bury it. Watching the sands bury the woods. But I'll tell you something. They fight too, the woods. They fight for life the way that Cap'n fought for life in there.
And lose the way he lost in there.
They don't lose.
Don't lose. I have walked on the top of buried trees.
And vines will grow over the sands that cover the trees and hold them. And other trees will grow over the buried trees.
I've watched the sand slip down the vines that reach out the farthest.
Another vine will reach that spot. Strange little things that reach out farthest.
And will be buried the soonest.
And hold the sand for things behind it. They save a wood that guards a town.
I care nothing about a wood to guard a town. This is the outside. The dunes where only beach grass grows. The outer shores where men can't live. The outside. You, who were born and die here, have called it that.
Yes, we named it that. And we had reason. He died here. And many a one before him. But many another reached the harbor. The outside, but an arm that bends to make a harbor where men are safe.
I'm the outside, on the dunes, land, not life.
Dunes meet woods, and woods hold life. Hold dunes from a town that's shore to a harbor.
This is the outside. Sand. Sand that covers hills of sand that move and cover.
Woods, woods that hold the moving hills from Provincetown. Provincetown, where they turn around when boats can't live at sea. Did you ever see the sails come round here when the sky is dark? A line of them, swift into the harbor, where the children live. Go back to your woods, the edge of your woods that's the edge of the dunes.
The edge of life, where life trails off to be dwarfed by things without a name.
Not worth a name, but meetin' the outside.
They're like what the sand will let them be. They take strange shapes, like shapes of blown sand.
Meetin' the outside. I know why you came here, to this house that had been given up, to these shores where only savers of life try to live. I know it would hold you on these dunes and draws you over there. But other things are true besides the things that you want to see.
How do you know what they are? Where have you been for 20 years?
Outside. 20 years. That's why I know how brave they are. You'll not find peace there again. Go back and watch them fight.
You are a cruel woman, a hard and insolent woman. I knew what I was doing. What do you know about it? What do you know about me? I didn't go to the outside. I was left there. I'm just trying to get by. Everything that can hurt me, I want buried deep. Spring is here. This morning, I knew it. Spring coming through the storm to take me, to hurt me. That's why I couldn't bear the things that made me know I feel. You haven't felt for so long, you don't know what it means. But I tell you, spring is here, and now you take that from me. The thing that made me know that would be buried in my heart. Those things I can't live and know I feel. You're more cruel than the sea. But other things are true than what you want to see. Outside. Spring will come when I will not know it is spring. What would there be for me but the outside? What was there for you? What did you ever find that when you lost everything you wanted?
I found the thing I find now I know. The edge of life, to hold life behind me.
You call what you are life? Bleak as those ugly things that grow in the sand.
Ugly.
I have known life. I have known life. You're like this cape, a line of land way out to sea. Land, not life.
A harbor far at sea, land that encloses and gives shelter from storm.
Outer sea, outer dunes, dunes, land, not life.
Outer sea, outer shore, dark with wood that once was ships. Dunes, strange land, not life, but woods, town, and harbor. The line, short, straggly, stunted line that meets the outside face to face and fights for what itself can never be. Lonely line, but brave growing.
It loses.
It wins.
The farthest life is buried.
And life grows over buried life. It will. And springs will come when you will want to know that it is spring.
Savers of life. You, savor of life, meeting the outside. Meeting the outside.
Settle down, Rome. I'll just be gone a minute.
I can watch the dog if you like. I'll be here for a while.
Really? Are you sure?
Sure, it's fine.
I just have to run across the street to Warden Taylor.
Yeah, no problem. What's his name?
Romeo.
Hey, Romeo. I used to have a Roddy just like him. Butch. I'm Peter.
Julia. I'll only be gone a minute. Hey, what's your cell?
It's 555 451 6901. Take your time. Okay, let's get out of here, boy.
Romeo? Romeo? Romeo! Oh my god, my dog was just here! Romeo! Ugh! Oh, this guy.
Hello?
Peter! God! Where are you?
Julia, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you'd be done so quickly. Romeo was getting antsy, so I took him to the park down the street. We'll be here.
I'm on my way.
Let's see what we got here for you, boy.
Hey! Boy, you scared me.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I didn't.
fine. It's fine. Hey. What you got there, boy?
It's something we found. I'll take it.
Thanks. It was really nice meeting you.
Yeah. Hey, would you like to go to dinner sometime?
Yeah. I'd like that.
Tonight? Okay. You know that little place, El Bistro Caliente? It's right around the corner.
Great.
Okay. See you at 8.
Bye, Rome. Wish me luck.
Good evening. May I help you?
Yes, I am meeting someone, so a table for 2, please. Oh, and a glass of red?
Here you go. Sorry your friend couldn't make it. Here's another glass for you.
Thanks.
Anything else?
No, just a check, please.
Here you go.
Thank you. Romeo.
One minute. Sorry, I was.
Hi.
Hi. I thought you were someone else.
I bet.
Hey, Anna.
When I heard you went to New York, this isn't what I expected.
It's cheap. Well, cheaper than most other places.
Doesn't feel like New York.
Well, it is.
It's a house. I didn't even know they had those in New York.
It's a multi. They call it a multi-family home. It's an apartment in a house. So,
We had to take a boat to get here.
well, you can see the city from here. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
I do.
He's sorry too, Anna.
Look, this isn't a good time.
Well, we don't always get to choose the timing of things. Like, for example, last April 6th wasn't a great time for my wife to just disappear. Just poof, disappear.
I'm sorry. I should have left a note.
Or something.
I didn't mean to inconvenience you.
It was more than an inconvenience, Anna. It was my life. You destroyed my life.
I know. I'm sorry. But this is not a good time. I can meet you tonight. We can talk.
You'll excuse me if I'm not confident you'd show up.
What do you want?
I want to know why.
I don't know.
You left me. You disappeared.
I know.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, you put your things into boxes and you loaded those boxes into a car, and then you drove that car across the country, and then apparently drove that car onto a boat and moved here. And you don't know? That just happened?
Sort of. Yeah.
And you didn't tell me. You didn't tell anyone where you were going or that you were going. And that just sort of happened?
I'm sorry.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything.
Again, you left me.
Yes. And I'm sorry.
Don't tell me you're sorry. Tell me what the fuck happened.
Will you? I have neighbors.
And you wouldn't want to disrupt their lives. Sorry.
I know you don't want to hear it, Paul. But I am sorry about the way I left. But it's been almost a year ago at this point.
Which makes it okay.
No, but it makes it a long time ago.
It's not that long, Anna. We were together a lot longer than that.
Did you just come here to yell at me?
No, but now that I'm here, it's kind of all I want to do. I'm sorry.
Things are different now, Anna. Paul's working down at Roddy's now.
I didn't leave because he wasn't working, Alex.
I'm just saying that things are different.
I want to get back together. That's why I came. I'm sorry for yelling.
That's not what I want. I'm sorry.
I think it's good that you left, Anna. I do. You guys were together a long time. I mean, we've been friends, the three of us, for a long time. And you've been together since I've known you. And over time, things change. And you become a different person. Sometimes you need time apart.
I didn't need time apart.
I didn't need time apart, Alex.
Just listen to me a minute. I understand. It was the same way with me and Suzanne. I mean, we were together almost as long as you. I mean, you guys got married. I'm going to be honest with you. It fucked me up. I mean, we're not old people, the three of us. And you two, you made this commitment. This lifetime commitment for the rest of your life. And no matter how much you love someone, that's a lot, and it freaked me out. I think it freaked Suze out too, because things got bad between us, really fast. I did things that hurt Suzanne, and I did things that would have hurt Suzanne had she known about them. I know she did things too. You saw how bad it got. You were there. We broke up, Anna. A few weeks after you left. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Yeah. She moved out to Bloomington for some job at Health Partners, and that was it. 5 years of my life. That was it. Until she came back, around Thanksgiving to pick up her stuff. We got to talking, and all those things that drove me crazy, well, they felt like they didn't matter anymore. So I moved out to Bloomington. We got a place near the mall. We're getting married next year.
Really?
Haven't told anybody yet, but yeah. And it's not what I thought I wanted, but it was. And the only way I knew it, the only way I figured it out is because we spent time apart. So if I freaked out that much when you got married, I can only imagine how much you guys freaked out. I think it's good that you left and moved out here, Anna. And I think it's good that he came here. Things change. Then they change back. Or you realize they never really changed at all.
Listen to him, Anna. You know how mad he was last year, but they're doing great.
I'm not mad, Paul. I never was. I just wanted something else.
I can be something else.
I don't want you to be something else. I want you to be you. I just wanted something else.
But what if I want to be something else?
I don't think you could be what I wanted.
I don't get to try?
No, I'm sorry.
Anna, don't be like that.
This has nothing to do with you, Alex.
I don't think he's the only one at fault here.
I never said anyone was at fault.
And I'm just saying, I don't think it was his. Well, not totally.
Alex, you are just going to make things worse.
It can't get worse.
This has nothing to do with you.
I have seen what you've done to him, and I can't just stand by and watch. Do you understand?
Do you understand? This has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with him, even. Sometimes things just don't work out.
Well, not if you don't work on them, they don't.
It's not what I want.
Why?
I don't know how to answer that.
Why?
Because I don't. And I live in New York, and this is where my life is.
That's not why you left. You didn't live in New York when you left. Your life was with me when you left.
Well, it is now.
That could be fixed. Are you willing to move to New York?
Yes.
Alex,
Give him a chance.
I don't want to.
Well, you should.
I don't want to, and I'm not going to.
Anna,
Paul, I don't know what you want me to say.
something other than no.
If you want a divorce,
No, I don't want a divorce, Anna. I came all the way here.
and I don't know why you did that. And Alex, I really don't know why you did that. But I both wish you both would leave. I'm sorry.
Just tell me why.
It just wasn't working. That's all.
How could you know? How could you possibly know? And what would it have hurt to try?
There wasn't anything.
But we couldn't have tried something to see?
It was over, Paul.
It didn't feel over. Up until the day you left, everything felt fine.
Well, it wasn't. It was over.
What does that even mean?
Paul, the only thing that happens if we keep talking is that you're going to get hurt. And I don't want that.
What does that mean?
It just wasn't working, so I have moved on.
You didn't move on. You moved away.
Because it wasn't working.
How was it supposed to work if you didn't tell me there was a fucking problem?
Please leave.
Alex, go downstairs, please.
You can both go downstairs.
What the fuck, Anna?
Please leave. Paul, seriously,
How am I supposed to go?
just do it.
I mean, at least it makes some sort of sense now. It's awful, but at least it makes some kind of sense.
It is awful, and it makes sense. And please leave. I'm sorry.
No.
Alex, can you get him out of here?
Yeah, I don't think so, Anna.
If you care about him as a friend, you will. You want to be a better friend to us? Then think of the best possible outcome if you don't leave.
Come on, man.
That's my son. I have a son.
We don't have to go home. Let's get out of here. This is a lot new.
Yeah, it is a lot new. What the fuck, Anna?
I'm sorry. I didn't want to disrupt your life. This isn't what you wanted.
How can you get to say that? How do you just get to say that?
You haven't even asked her name.
What's her name?
Just go home.
Well, what if I want to see her?
Come on, Paul.
Alex, I will let you know when I need something from you. Why do you get to decide not to disrupt my life? What's so special about my life that it can't be disrupted?
You weren't happy, Paul. Things weren't working, Paul. For either of us. For you. We barely talked. Our life was going nowhere, and it was going nowhere for the rest of life. My job was awful. You weren't working.
So I can't be her father?
No, that's not why.
Then why?
Listen to Alex. Just go someplace and think. This isn't what you want.
Why are you being so fucking cruel about this?
I'm being kind.
It doesn't feel kind.
Well, it is. I wished you hadn't come here. I wished you hadn't seen her. I wished you had just gone on with your goddamn life. I left so you didn't have to see her. And then you came here.
Well, what if I want to see her?
I didn't want you to see her.
Why?
Because then I'd be stuck with you.
Stuck with me?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Yes, you goddamn do. You made it very clear you felt stuck with me.
I love you.
You're used to me. You like the fact of us, but you stopped liking me a long time ago.
I came all the way here.
What do you like about me, Paul?
I love you.
But what do you like about me?
Come on, Anne.
Alex? What do you like about Suzanne?
Trust me.
I trust you, Anna.
You shouldn't.
I do.
Look, Paul, listen to me. We made sense for a long time. We don't anymore.
I'm not going anywhere. Even if you are done with me, which I don't really believe, frankly, she's still mine. And you can be done all you want, but I have rights. Even if you want to divorce me, I can be a part of her life, which means I can be a part of your life. You don't just get to say, the law says you are stuck with me.
She's not yours. She's not. I told you if we kept talking, the only thing that would happen is that you would get hurt. Things weren't working right with us for a long time before I left. You wanted to know why I left? That's the reason. I didn't want to disrupt your life. I didn't want to disrupt anyone else's life either.
I don't believe you.
Look me in the eye. I was lonely when I was with you.
I've been lonely since you've been gone.
Then stop waiting for me to come back.
I love you, Anna, and I wish to God any of this changed that.
You all right?
Yeah. Go home to Suzanne, Alex. I'm not lonely anymore. Go home.
What's her name?
Alex, I don't want to disrupt anyone's life, including hers.
I like your place. Take care of it.
Excuse me, can I get a refill? Yeah.
Please?
What?
You left off the please.
I'm sorry. Did I ask you to butt in?
No, but I was just kind of...
Exactly. And that anatomic word describes you perfectly.
Wow. Anatomic and butt in the same put down. You're smart and sarcastic.
Oh, you think anatomic is a big, smart word. Well, I guess you're dumb and dumber.
Sarcasm at its finest. I like that.
You know, the Greek root of sarcasm means to tear flesh like dogs. And you like that. Wow, you're strange.
Hey, Einstein, that's not what I said.
Whatever. Look, I didn't ask you to talk to me, so you can stop now. It's been so interesting to have this little chat, but my book here is 1,000 times more interesting than you'll ever be. Oh, and by the way, the waitress is my roommate. No pleas necessary.
Roommate, huh? I guess you're not married if you have a roommate.
Wow, you're a regular Sherlock Holmes. I'm just so impressed. Go back to whatever you were doing before you so rudely interrupted my quiet time.
I never thought of this place as being quiet.
Well, I never thought I'd have to listen to you, and here I am.
Okay, I got it.
Well, it took you long enough. You don't read social signals too well, do you?
I don't what?
You can't tell when someone is telling you to back off?
Is that what you've been trying to tell me?
No sheet, Sherlock.
I like your style.
You like being berated and made fun of. Oh, you'd be the perfect boyfriend. Do you fetch too?
Look, I saw you when you walked in today, standing over there in your jeans, and I thought you're beautiful. Now you've added smart and sharp wit to that, which are two traits I look for in a woman. And I was just trying to have a conversation.
Oh, you did. And it's been so...
But I was just wanted to kind of talk.
DNA.
What about DNA?
It means do not ask.
Do not ask what?
You were going to ask for my phone number.
No. But can I have it?
No.
Actually, I was going to tell you that you seem somewhat familiar. Do I know you?
Oh, now that's an original line. Almost as good as asking for my number.
No, I mean it. You seem familiar.
I'm not familiar. I've never met you, and now I'm going to forget you.
Please, I mean it. I feel like I know you.
You don't, and you won't.
Hey, I'm not just feeding you some BS pickup line.
In his work, the poet E.E. Cummings experimented radically with form, syntax, spelling, and punctuation. He revolutionized the genre for that era. And
hey, you like poetry?
Yeah, I like poetry. So what? My dad was a poet, but he's in the Dead Poets Society now.
Oh, and a sense of humor too.
What exactly do you want? Why am I still talking to you?
Because I come from a broken home and was placed in foster care at the age of 3. Don't you feel sorry for me?
Oh, I do feel sorry for you.
It's okay. I don't remember anything about my family or leaving them. My foster family told me that my parents couldn't afford me.
Oh, I am sorry.
What? You have a feeling?
Yeah, so?
Oh, nothing, really. Hey, so your dad was a poet. That's pretty interesting.
He wasn't successful like E.E. Cummings. He was more like a William McGonagall.
I know William McGonagall. He's known as the worst English language poet in history. The Tay Bridge disaster. Beautiful railway bridge of the silvery Tay. Alas, I'm very sorry to say that 90 lives have been taken away on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which
will be remembered for a very, long time.
Poetry is kind of a hobby of mine.
He never had a poet as a father. He never stopped reciting his poems at us when we were trapped in the car, during dinner, and he especially loved to impress my friends with his limericks. That was so embarrassing. Why am I telling you this?
Because I'm easy to talk to?
Look, I appreciate that we have something in common, but I'm not interested in dating you or anyone right now, for that matter.
Oh, broken heart. You know what they say, the best way to get over a broken heart is to get back on the horse again.
I would rather marry a horse.
Come on. You like being alone?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I did just do one of those stupid DNA tests to see if I have any long-lost relatives. I'm usually so busy that I'm a little short on friends. But so what?
Well, you know what they say.
What are you? A worst quotes ever encyclopedia?
They say that the best friendships are based on a foundation of sarcasm, laughter, and alcohol. Works for me.
No, I'm so glad.
Hey, wait, did you say you did a DNA test?
Yeah. So?
It's just funny. I actually came here because I took a DNA test last year, and just this morning I finally had a match. I came here to sort things through and wanted to decide if I wanted to contact her or not.
Her?
You won't believe this. I'm not sure I can either, but I just found out that I have a sister, a full-blooded sister, you know, same mom and dad. It's exciting and it's incredibly scary at the same time.
Oh, come on. You have a sister you never knew about? That's just weird.
I swear, I had no idea. I mean, I was hoping, but I'm still kind of freaking out about it.
Well, that would freak me out completely. I took my test about 5 weeks ago, but I'm not going to have any surprises like that. Maybe a few third or fourth cousins, twice removed, you know, whatever that means.
You didn't find any matches?
No, I haven't gotten my results back yet.
Hey, come on. Aren't you anxious to know if you have any matches?
Look, my book is more important than you, this conversation, or some DNA results.
5 weeks. You should have your results by now. Hey, check your email and see if the results are back.
What? Right now?
I can give you moral support in case there's any weirdness.
Oh, that's just what I need. Your weirdness in case of any DNA matching weirdness. What do you think I'm going to find? I know I had one sister, but she passed away when we were teenagers. And my parents have both passed away already. It's just me and my son, Kevin. Oh, and we're just fine. And I don't need you just to look at some stupid DNA results.
Oh, I thought you were single. But where's his dad?
You're being nosy.
I'm just asking is all.
Fine. He's a deadbeat dad who never paid child support, ever. And well, poets don't exactly have anything to pass down to their kids. So thanks to my parents for leaving me with nothing.
That sounds hard.
You think? This is my once a month vacation. 2 hours in this coffee shop with my very expensive triple mocha, vanilla, non-fat soy, caramel, iced frappuccino with whipped cream. And my book. This is all I can afford. Pretty pathetic.
And you come here because your roommate gives you free.
No, she doesn't give me free coffee.
That's too bad. Maybe that should be one of the foundations of friendship. Sarcasm, laughter, alcohol, and frappuccinos.
Ah, funny.
Holy crap.
Now what?
Nothing.
That didn't sound like nothing. That sounded like a very big something.
I must be wrong.
You must be.
Right. I must be dreaming. No, not dreaming.
Okay, now talk about weird. I think it's time you moved over a table or two.
I know you. It's you. You're her.
Yeah, I'm me. Took you long enough to figure that one out.
No, I mean it. It's you. It's your photo. This morning on the DNA results page, before I got here, you're Susan Warner.
Where did you find out my name? Did my roommate tell you?
No, I'm not kidding. Check your email. Your DNA results came in. They're already on the website. You're my sister. You, Susan Warner. What is going on? Just 10 minutes ago, I was wanting to get your phone number, and now I find out you're my sister? Ick. And wow. The odds of this must be infinity. Maybe I should go buy a lottery ticket or something.
It's my results. Oh, this cannot be happening. No. You are not my brother. I don't have a brother. My parents would have told me if I had a brother.
Are you on the DNA site?
Yes, but this must be all wrong. The test is wrong. I tell you, I do not have a brother. I don't. It's just impossible.
No, it's not. Sperm tends to get around a little.
Oh, thanks for explaining that. What are you trying to say?
That our parents had more than just your sister and you. It's possible.
They are not our parents. They are my parents.
I mean, I know this must be a shock to you, but I think they're ours.
My parents wouldn't just give you away like sharing a plant cutting or something. They would never do that to their own flesh and blood.
I was 3 years old. Maybe they had you and your sister before I was born, and they just couldn't afford all of us on a poet's salary.
She's not our sister. I tell you, I do not have a brother. This is some kind of scam. Well, you can forget about that. I'm not falling for this. You called me smart, And I am.
Then you're smart enough to know that the possibilities of an almost perfect DNA match are slim to none. But your DNA matches my DNA.
I just don't believe this. How can I have a brother?
So, do you have any aunts or uncles you could ask, or family friends who could remember me?
No, both my parents were only children, and any of their friends would have died already.
Then you're going to have to admit that DNA doesn't lie, and neither do I. All the DNA websites say that the results are 99% accurate.
Then mine must be the 1% whose test is flawed.
Look, I'm excited to know I have a sister, but now I have someone from my own family.
And I'm sure she will be just as excited to get to know you as well.
Listen, I'm lucky. My foster parents decided to adopt me, and I love them for that. But I've always wanted to find my real family.
Aw, that's a nice story. But it's time you stop this charade. It's just not possible I have a brother. I don't even want a brother. It's too late to all of a sudden have a brother. I can't even get my head around this.
And your son has an uncle.
Oh, I'm not letting you get near my son. I don't know if you're who you say you are. You could tell me you're Atticus Finch, and I still wouldn't let you get near him.
You just found out you have a brother, and you're talking about To Kill a Mockingbird?
It's my favorite book.
I've read that book 1,000 times.
It was one of my dad's favorites. He wanted to make sure we always did the right thing.
Best way to clear the air is to have it all out in the open. Atticus Finch. Look, Susan, our DNA tests are the quintessential proof that we are family. You know what that word means, smarty pants.
Quintessential or family? Yeah, I do. Both. My brother? You're my brother? Do I have a brother?
Hi. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eric, and I'm your brother. What you might also like to know is that I grew up in Beverly Hills, and when my adoptive parents passed away, I got everything. I was hoping I could have a family to share it with, but sister?
Brother.
Let's get everything organized so we can be able to I'll probably start. Draw all the labs that you need for that. I'll get the order. He's using the computer now.
Jessica? Hi. I think the nurse is just a few doors down. Is everything okay? Do you need anything?
Hi, yeah. Could you help me take this thing out?
Oh, I'm positive you don't want me to do that. I'm not a nurse. So we better wait for her. And in the meantime, your IV really needs to stay in.
Who did you say you were again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Maria. I'm the guidance counselor for the school. Usually I'm on the other side of campus, but I occasionally pop over to the med center if
there's a request for me. I was just leaving a young man next door who needed to chat, and I heard your buzzer.
Okay, well, I have to go. I can't be here.
Jessica, I'm sure the nurse will be right back in just a minute.
Well, I don't need therapy. I mean, I just fell early this morning and they did a CT scan thing, and I'm tired of waiting for the results to come back.
Yeah.
My dog needs food. I have to go so I can feed my dog.
You know, I think your dog will be fine. I'm sure a friend or a roommate would be happy to look after him for you while you're here.
You don't understand. I just need to go. Do you just pull on this?
Jessica, no. Slow down. Look, let's just take this one step at a time. Do you feel okay? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, fine. My neck hurts.
Oh, well, that's understandable. Falls can be super dangerous. And it sounds like you're really lucky to be here. What happened anyway?
Well, I was in my kitchen and I stood on a high chair to get to a shelf, and I lost my balance.
Oh, well, don't you worry. They'll take really good care of you here. I'm sure you'll be out in another hour.
In another hour or so, my dog could be dead.
There's no one you can call to feed him?
Not really. I'm not the best with people.
Meaning?
People suck.
Well, I can agree with you there. You should hear the guy in room 101. You'd think he only had a few more moments to live.
What's wrong with him?
Tonsillitis. See that? You're not so bad with people.
I was better when my grandma was around. I miss her.
Well, I'm sure she'd want you to stay here and get better. So leave the IV in, okay?
It's just that, well, I don't really fit in anywhere. I join groups, and for one reason or another, it never works out. I mean, a 20-year-old whose only friend is her grandma? That's just pathetic.
Well, don't forget about the dog. Do you have any kind of spiritual support?
No. I mean, well, I used to when I was a kid. I went to this youth group thingy.
But you didn't stay.
As we've discussed, people suck.
Well,
some of the girls bullied me, so I stopped going.
Well, did that help?
Well, I'm not bullied anymore. But I'm also alone.
You don't have to be alone.
Yeah, but it's better this way. I'm sorry, this isn't your job. I know I wasn't on your visit list or whatever. I'm sure Mr. Tonsillitis needs you. Can't I just check myself out at the front or something?
No, whoa, Jessica, whoa. Stop. What's really going on here? If this is about the dog, I'll find someone who can feed him.
It's not about the dog.
Wow.
There is no dog. I just gotta get out of here. I wasn't supposed to wake up here.
You didn't fall, did you?
Yeah, I did. The rope wasn't strong enough. I couldn't even do that right.
Jessica.
No, don't stop. I don't need your therapy or whatever this is. The world sucks and I'm better off not in it.
Oh,
Are you laughing at me?
oh.
Your bedside manner kind of sucks.
Yeah, no. I'm not laughing. It's just, my mom said the same thing. And she was wrong.
Wait. Your mom?
Her rope didn't break.
I'm sorry.
Look, that's why I do what I do. Believe me, I get it more than you think I do. Look, if you really want to go, you can go. But until you do, I'm going to sit right here with you.
I was probably on your list, huh?
How long did she say it was until the scan comes back?
An hour?
Well, do you mind if I hang out here until it comes back?
I guess I can wait an hour.